Well, it's so nice to talk to you.
Oh, thanks. You too.
And really very much in love with this record, Luck or Magic.
Oh, thanks so much.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to have a very first solo record, that's a hell of a solo record right there. That's a hell of a first hit.
Well, I've had a long time to think about it, I suppose.
A very long ramp up to this one. I mean,
Yeah.
Does it really feel the same or different, I guess, because you've been obviously making music for so many years at this point, and you've been a part of so many projects, and you've put out so many albums within those projects. You know, does this actually feel like something completely different to you?
It is very different because I'm up front. You know, it's funny because I'm a performer. That's what I do, and I've even done some acting. But I'm kind of a shy person at the same time, which is, I think, partially why I enjoy performing. But doing a solo album is really, I mean, I'm definitely feel more exposed. So it's just more intense. It's great, but it's very different.
Have you
it's not as comfortable, say. I really enjoy singing the songs and live, you know. It gives me great pleasure. So, yeah, performing, I think I love playing in bands, but I feel like at the end of every tour, I always have this itch to sing or sing more. So this definitely scratches that itch.
With everything that's going on right now, I mean, how hectic has it been for you then to launch what is your first solo record and all the work that goes behind that while being in the middle of this grand reunion tour and everything that goes along with that?
Well, I mean, aside from jet lag and whatever the downsides of travel is, the Luna reunion for me is quite fun and easy. You know, I just show up with my bass and play these great songs. So you know how the songs are going to go over with the Luna crowd. So there's no nerves. It's just fun. It's easy, and we're all enjoying playing together more than ever. We all appreciate each other. So there really is no pressure there because we're not on that wheel where we have a new album to promote and we're worrying about how it will do. It's just kind of in the moment. And then, I mean, there was a lot of work it's so weird because I've been doing this for, I don't know, decades, but it's the first time I've done this. So it was, I don't know, it was such a learning experience for me, the promoting and the business side of it. And then I had this pledge campaign, so I was not comfortable with the self-promotion at first, but it's easy. Yeah. You got used to it.
You know, it's
now I'm
you
shameless in tweeting.
Yeah, when it's something you believe in, it makes it easier.
Yes. I mean, I always believed in it, but it's just sort of this, you know, like, hey, look at me now, and look at me now. There's something really yucky about that, but, you know, it's just part of it.
Yeah. Well, it usually is. I mean, it just seems like, I don't know, and this might be complete perception, but you're just in one of these great spots because you seemingly have so many outlets that it sort of takes the pressure off having to do any of them.
Yeah, and I really don't feel pressure. Maybe it's because I'm older and I've done stuff that I'm happy with, so I feel like I don't really have to prove anything, but I just want to do it because I feel like I can contribute something, and it's something I really love and enjoy. So I'm not looking to sell a million records, although that would be lovely.
So while we're here, though, standout track that I've probably listened to more than any is Do It Last.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you said that one.
Let's talk about those lyrics, though. That's, I just feel like man, that's, I don't know. What's going on there? Let's start with that. What's going on in this song? I'll let you do this.
Well, I mean, it's, let's say, it's a few things. It's kind of, to me, there's a little sense of humor in it. it's a love song. It kind of started out, I was writing it as this kind of straight kind of love song. And then that lyric, I don't know, I think it was just a sign that I saw somewhere that said, do it best. And then I was rhyming with that. And do it last, I was like, oh, that's kind of dark. Mm-hmm. And almost just, it can kind of tease out those darker feelings of possession that you have in a relationship. They're there, you know. Yeah. I don't act on them, and I hope most people don't. Otherwise, it makes life unpleasant. But we all have, you know, these darker feelings in love, and I just wanted to tease that out and express it in a way that was fun and sexy and kind of empowering. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, like there are songs like The Stones' Under My Thumb, that kind of song. And I felt like maybe guys in rock bands have sung about these kind of feelings in a sexy way, but not women, because it's sort of you have to be chill as a woman. If you do anything possessive, it's shrill or shrewish or just not attractive. So I wanted to kind of do something that was, like that.
Right. It's funny though.
And fun. It's fun. It's a spell, you know. But it did start out just as like a straight love song without that part of it. But I thought it would be fun to include that and have it be so sweet.
Yeah. It's got a great twist. I mean, I had been listening to the Lemonade album quite a bit.
Uh-huh.
My wife had been playing
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And it was one of those moments where it's that same kind of, I don't know, it had the same kind of fire in it that I'd been hearing that, which is what drew me to it to begin with, because, you know, I've been enjoying that one in the same way, and it was just like, man, that is great. But, you know, there's the, and it goes along to this, and I'll ask a question that I am certain that you've been asked before many, many times, mm-hmm. and so slight apologies to that, but you are married to another songwriter, and there is a certain romance from the outside of that when I hear a song like this, I go, man, how often is it that you guys write songs separately that you then have to say, listen, let me explain this to you before you listen to this?
Well, the thing is, it's funny because, you know, of course, that one and Luck or Magic are both, you know, mainly about my husband. And I was kind of sweating when I played them for him. I didn't tell him, but I've kind of just, it's funny. I probably say more about this in song than I do because we're both a little, I don't know, we're both a little reserved. Mm-hmm. So it's a great way to write about this stuff, though, because I feel like they're both passionate and romantic, but they have that edge, which I wanted to put in there. That's different than, say, a Dean and Britta song. But he likes the album, so I was relieved.
It's helpful. It almost seems like unintentional couples therapy if you need it. You know, if you wanted to take that route, it's there. That's
kind of what we do. You know, I feel like it's funny. You know, a song. I assume other songwriters are like this too. They're more eloquent in song than they are in conversation. Yeah, I was nervous.
Yeah.
And then when my mom heard it, she was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "It's okay. It's a song." You know.
What's sort of plays as the centerpiece to the record, but your cover of Drive. When I heard that, and I know it's been talked about a lot, that cover, and it's just this beautiful reading of the song, and suddenly realized like that song is just one of those perfect songs because you put your own stamp to it, but that melody is such a strong melody to begin with. It's like, man, you know, and it just kind of got lost in, you know, hit parade to me as far as like really dissecting and looking at that song critically, because it's always been there for me. I mean, you know, I was born in
you know,
England, so.
For me, I was a fan of the Cars' early stuff, so by the time that song came out, that wasn't like one of my, I didn't really care about that song at the time. So When Scott Hardkiss suggested I cover it, I was like, oh, Drive, really? But I respected his instincts, and I was like, let's give it a go. And I was really surprised and impressed by the song, like discovering it as a song, even though I knew it.
Closing up, just out of curiosity, I know you mentioned it in another interview, but is there a Luna covers album on the way? Did I read that right? Is that your next project?
Yes, we're about halfway through. We've recorded, I think, 5 or 6 songs, so we'll record probably 6 or 7 more. I think they're all going to be covers, but you never know.
No, look at that tease.
I don't know. We'll see. There's some talk about maybe some space jams that might turn into something. I don't know.
Yeah. So the reunion isn't exactly over yet. It rolls on.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's just it's a no pressure reunion. It's all fun.
That's cool.
It's just it's not for business purposes. Although we do get paid, but it's that's the way to keep it.
Right,
I think
right.
is not to have it come down to a money pressure.
Well, I'm enjoying the hell out of all of it right now. So it's a fun time to be a fan. I'll say that.
Great. So glad to hear.
Yeah, and thank you so much for everything and for talking to me today. And take care out there. I hope to catch a show sometime soon.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, bye.
Bye.